Another beautiful Sunday afternoon here at the Ice Sports Forum in Brandon, Florida at the North Rink. And just as soon as 1/50 hockey season concludes, we kick things up once again. We are back for more over 50 hockey action in the newly fall 2019 season, week 1 here. And we are rocking and rolling up here in the mezzanine section as we have our game of the week in the Blue Bombers and the Green Hornets. A game which no way, shape, or form is going to be a boring, dull moment, as we will have some exciting action in every new season. Hi everybody, Angelo Pontello bringing you the broadcast action. And of course, with new seasons brings new types of players and forms and new combinations, if you will, of players and lineups that we will witness by face-off. But give credit to where credit is due. We have kept things going as much as possible here, getting ready to enter its 28th season of existence is this over 50 hockey league. And of course, for being around this long, more and more players coming up and arriving, getting more acclimated to the atmosphere, as well as the camaraderie and new players coming up. And with that, we get right into it first with the Blue Bombers, the designated home team in this matchup. Lots to look forward to. Of course, the 5-star player Angelo Pontello in business, who finished last season with 6 goals and 7 assists with the Golden Knights, trying to make his presence known for the Blue Bombers, returning once again his second stint with this Blue squad in 3 seasons. And this time Pontello's looking to get out on top as the Blue Bombers seek out a quest and an opportunity to go in for the over 50 Cup. Meanwhile, his supporting cast, and some 4-stars, if you will, Tom Lafreri, who played with the Grey Wolves last season. Lafreri finishing with 8 goals and 3 assists for a high-powered Grey Wolf offense, and will now look to contribute that to this Blue Bomber squad. Captain Tom Buchholz as well, trying to get back on track, has 7 goals from last season. But Bucky, one of those players that is interchangeable, can play offense or defense when needed. And so just 3 players from the Blue Bombers to watch out for. Meanwhile, for this Green Hornet team, you could say it's a second recurring of the Red Army squad, as Captain Matt Sharina made sure to bring over some of his Red Army players, bringing in the likes of Scott Heldwin. And of course, Heldwin, who is an interchangeable over 50 player, also plays in over 35 as well. Finished with 10 goals and 4 assists for the perfect Red Army team, who just completed the perfect season for the first time in over 50 hockey history, becoming the first club to do so. And now for them, in terms of these players from the Red Army, looking to repeat that same magic for the finalist Green Hornets. We'll take a quick break here. Face-off coming up shortly here on the Pontello Broadcasting Network. Game of the week, week 1, here. TJ Pish, our head referee for today's match. Stephen Gorman, our scorekeeper for this game. As we are rocking and rolling, over 50 hockey season for these 2 squads underway. As rookie Randy Larson trying to get to the puck. Buchholz firing the shot. And talk about strange coincidences, or strange starts, if you will. 2 pucks coming out of nowhere within the first 20 seconds of this match. So I'm not exactly sure if all the pucks were collected during warm-up, but nevertheless, craziness just about ready to ensue. So now face-off commences. Buchholz and Heldwin as it cuts back to Pontello, trying to fire the shot. Sharina gets it away from Larson. Into the corner, Buchholz misses his shot, taken away by Tony Lugo. Lugo finds Heldwin across the ice, back side over to John Oliverio, the former Golden Knight. Blue Bombers trying to get this one out of their zone. They do. Lugo repossesses the puck for the Green Hornets. Looking for Oliverio, stripped by Pontello. Back to Larson, heading into Green Hornet zone. Larson trying to dump it in. This one comes back over to Lafreri. Lafreri finds Pontello deep side, looking to shut it on point. And skates back around the other way. This is Brian Pompos, lost the puck. This one gets back over to Heldwin. Heldwin with some room, 2-on-2, Green Hornets, Blue Bombers. Pontello finding aerial coverage on Heldwin. Heldwin still buying time, looking for options. Shoots it right into Pompos, but retains the puck. Gets out just past Pettit's reach. As Mario Arsakovic returns to over 50 hockey action. And of course, Arsakovic, another utility player, if you will, playing in goal this season. But Arsakovic has been known around this Ice Sports Forum to play any position he needs to, whether as a forward, a defenseman, an interchangeable player, if you will. Last time we had one of those at the goal position, you had names like Mark Berry, Brian Vick, but more or less they were defenders. But if we're talking about every position, that's Arnie Strader for you. Strader, the over 50 hockey goalie that we wish well, the Dade City product. If only he was back out here again enjoying the hockey action, but who knows what can happen. Perhaps we might be able to look at Strader as a potential return in the near future seasons. As an icing call has been made, face-off heading back the other direction with 10:01 to go in the opening period. No score here at the North Rink as we are just getting started. But looking at these teams right now, we had a chance to evaluate them later on in this week. And for Captain Tom Buchholz, one of the biggest things was he wanted to make sure he drafted a pro defensive team, especially with all the high-powered offenses that are being created in this over 50 hockey league. One of the key things for him was to make sure that they had a very defensive squad. And so picking up players like Phil Chirico, who is not here for this game today, along with Steph Pettit, Angelo Pontello as well. Just a lot of defensive power. And then of course, Larry Sincata, as we speak of defense, usually a forward playing back at defense. Again, that interchangeable positioning is going to be key at this season for this Blue Bomber squad trying to get going. So Tom Buchholz will take the face-off against Heldwin.
He's like, what is this gun?
So this is Heldwin on the move, getting over towards the left side, working against Pettit. Shot fired against Arsakovic, and it gets knocked away. Buchholz trying to get this puck cleared away. And now he's on the move, gets around Mike Morey, back into the Green Hornet zone. Trying to check Randy Larson, can't connect on the puck, and this one's coming back over to Heldwin for the Green Hornets. Heldwin off to Lugo, near side, trying to get this one cleared out. Pompos looking to step up and get this puck out of the way. He does. He'll clear it out successfully. Puck back over to Sincata. He'll dump this one in the Green Hornet zone. And we want to apologize for the rowdiness the Ice Sports Forum always brings. Of course, with this being a family-friendly venue, you can always expect those little tykes to come around every now and then. Want to enjoy some of that hockey atmosphere. 8:25 to go in the opening period. No score. Here comes Angelo Pontello quickly in the Green Hornet zone, trying to fire the shot. And Chewy is there for the save as a barrage of Green Hornets were on top of Pontello as he skated through. And some may say it was like an occurrence of Woody Board coming out on the ice and doing his magic. And Pontello has his own version of the Woody show going on early in this period. So Lafriri will take the face-off for the Blue Bombers as this one gets back over into the Green Hornet zone. Lafriri looking for some quick options. Had that face-off against Costello. Lugo taken away by Pontello, stripped away. No, back over to Pontello trying to make a move off of Sharina. And this one gets back over. Taken away by Costello. And this one cleared out for the Green Hornets. Lafriri biding his time. And the Blue Bombers looking to set up offensively. Wide open room in the center. Lafriri now working around Sharina. Kicked off by Chewy. Lugo thought he had the puck. This one gets around Pettit. Pettit taken back to Pontello. Angelo Pontello regroups for the Blue Bombers. Looking for Pettit, tipped away by Costello, but puck moving in the favor of the Blue Bombers, heading now in the Green Hornet zone. Pass blocked by Spizik. Lugo trying to get a handle on the puck. It's Mori who takes it up instead. Finds Costello, kicks it back over to Lugo near side, just across the blue line. Tipped out by Lugo trying to get a handle on it, and it's Sincata who dumps it back in the Green Hornet end for the icing call. So far, Blue Bombers trying to be slightly creative here again. They do not have Mike Falbo, who was drafted on Wednesday for this Blue Bomber squad. And again, Phil Chirico not in attendance for today's game. Puck comes back. Buchholz on the move. This one comes back over to Pompous, back to Buchholz. 3-on-2 for the Blue Bombers. This one back to Spizik on the left side. Taken away by Matt Sharina. Sincata trying to step this one up high. Gets back over to Lugo. And he finds Heldwin on the left side. Headed, chasing back for the puck. This one's set up, tipped away by Oliverio, looking for a shot chance. Arsakovic knocks it away. What a save by the returning over 50 hockey vet. This one gets back over to Wersinski. Wersinski, as Pompos gets a piece of the puck, Sincata steps in front, dumps it back in. Chewy gets it back over to Sharina. This one's set up by Pontello, gets it back to Sincata. Larry finding room, gets it off to Bucky. No, stripped away by Heldwin. Comes back to Lugo. Pompos trying to get this one cleared out, but it's stopped by Wersinski. Tipped high by Pontello. Almost a high stick call there, as Pontello will take his chance into the Green Hornet zone. Gets around Wersinski. Pontello sets it back up, almost to Lafreri for the finishing touch. And this one gets taken away by the Green Hornets. Pontello trying to come through there. Blue Bombers have to regroup. But again, the hustle and effort for Angelo Pontello has been uncanny so far. Real excellent effort there, as always, by this over 50 hockey all-star. This puck comes back over to Larson. Larson tries to set this one up to Pettit, out of his reach, taken it back by the defense. Off the boards, retrieved by Pompos. He will take his chance in the Green Hornet zone. Back over to Lafreri, just inside the blue line. Lafreri shot fired, kicked out by Chewy. Second hand effort for Lafreri, looking for the shot, and Chewy there for the stop. But how about that effort there for the Blue Bombers? The pass back to Lafreri, who was able to handle it just inside the blue line to come up with that offensive play there. An excellent touch there for the Blue Bombers with 4:57 to go in the opening period. It's Pettit trying to get this on the move, and it'll be taken away for the Green Hornets. Tony Lugo trying to make some magic happen just off the reach. Now it's outside of George Butler, another returning veteran, as we're on that list and as we've been talking about throughout this broadcast. Another one of those players that has seen time in the over 50 hockey league. Last time we've seen an appearance from George Butler was 3 years ago in 2016. And now a penalty is upcoming for the Blue Bombers. And we're going to find out. It'll be a slash call upcoming, and it looks like it'll be on Lafreri. So a opportunity coming up here for the Green Hornets on this early power play. And so now it's a chance for the Blue Bombers to show off their penalty kill sets. Spizik and Costello on the face-off as it gets back to Sharina. So as we've also been talking about Angelo Pontello, Tom Buchholz as being interchangeable players along with Mario Arsakovic, Matt Sharina, another one of those players that can be interchangeable as well, has most recently seen time at defense. But back in the earlier over 50 days, we have seen a lot of Matt Sharina at the forward position. But regardless of wherever he's at, he still finds a way to score goals. And so for Sharina and this Green Hornet team, now an opportunity to put that to good use with 1:20 to go off of this power play opportunity. as it gets back over to Chewy. Finds Maury near side. Maury, lots of room in the center. He's going to take a shot, and this one bounces high and out of the rink. Open room there for the Green Hornets. Trying to take advantage of that shot. That time a little too high off of the accuracy of Mike Maury, and now face off deep in the Blue Bomber zone as they now bring out their first line, and Scott Heldwin leading the charge. Tony Lugo at left wing, and it's Heldwin and Buchholz on the face-off. Back is to Lugo in the corner. Sets back over to Heldwin. Fired shot off the glove of Arsakovic. Sincata dumps this one away for the Blue Bombers as the Green Hornets regroup. 52 seconds on the power play. No score here at the iSports Forum's North Rink in this game of the week season opener for the over 50 hockey league, as the Green Hornets looking to try to get back to the over 50 cup after suffering a heartbreaking 5-4 loss to the Red Army in over 50 cup 27. This one gets back to Lugo. Finds Sharina left side. Watching the play develop. This one back over to Oliverio. Hits Arsakovic, bounces off, and regrouped by the Green Hornets. Oliverio back to Heldwin. Shot bounces off of Arsakovic. Sharina looking for the finishing touches, can't find it. And Sincata looking to dump it, bounces off of Heldwin. And Pettit gets the clearance successfully. And that'll bring us back all even as Lafreri will step onto the ice. Heldwin with the pass over to the left side. But a delayed offsides called there made by the official with 2:12 to go in the opening period will give both teams an opportunity to adjust. So now face-off will take place by the Green Hornet blue line, as it'll be Costello and Lafreri on the face-off. Tom Lafreri again coming from the Gray Wolves, a high-powered offense, being a key piece, and of course, knowing his strengths and weaknesses, Tom Buchholz wanted to look for some familiarity, and he found a forward that he could count on. Lafreri, who was injured last season, midway through a season-ending injury, forced him to be away from hockey for about 7 to 8 weeks, and now his first time back on the ice, looking to try to make an offensive contribution with 1:54 to go, and now has a golden opportunity to do so here inside the Green Hornet zone. This is Wersinski taking the puck away for the Green Hornets. Finds back over to Maury. Sincata looking to step up, looking to get it away from Butler's possession, and Butler's able to clear it away. Roger Aubie gets the clearance for the Green Hornets as it comes back to Pontello. Fired shot just around Butler, and this one's heading all the way back in the Green Hornet end for the icing call. Big key thing for the Blue Bombers is defense, defense, defense. Angelo Pontello and Steph Pettit currently the defensemen out there for the rink, but you look at a squad of defensive capabilities for this Blue Bomber squad, and with Buchholz also having some experience at the defenseman position alongside Mike Falbo and Phil Chirico, the defense is primarily loaded, but when you look at that offensive side of things, Randy Larson playing up front, Tom Lafreri, who's expected to lead the charge on the offensive side of things, along with Mike Rossi and Larry Sincata. Rossi, a player who is with the Black Aces, currently not suited up for today's game, will look to make an impact throughout the season for the Blue Bombers. As Chewy finds the puck before Pontello could get to it with a minute remaining in this first period. It's Buchholz and Heldwin again deep in the Green Hornet zone. Wersinski tries to find his man in Oliverio. Gets around Pontello. This one off to Heldwin. Pettit gets it away from his position, and now it comes back to Pontello. Angelo Pontello with the Green Hornet trailing. Gets it back middle side. Shot fired. Toe saved by Chewy. Just off of his blade. from going into the net. And once again, Angelo Pontello is denied by his former keeper with 41 seconds in this first period. Chewy last season, who finished giving up 3.8 goals a game, starts out this fall 2019 season in fashion, holding up the defense quite well for this Green Hornets squad. Heldwin trying to make up for it, fires shot just wide right. Oliverio shoots it into Buchholz. Sincata finds Buchholz. Oliverio trying to get a handle on it, gets it cleared out, but not before Heldwin gets a piece of it. Heldwin looking back for Sharina, tipped away by Pompos and cleared out for the Blue Bombers. Gorsinski trying to come up with one more offensive stride, gets it off to Oliverio, held up by Pompos, and just out of the side of the net as time expires. And so with that, no score here in this opening period of our Game of the Week opener here on the Fall 2019 season of ISF Over 50 Hockey on the Pontello Broadcasting Network. We'll step aside for the moment, but when we come back, more exciting hockey action left to be played. Start of the second period at the Ice Sports Forum. It'll be Tom LaFrieri and Brian Costello on the face-off, as this one bounces back in the Blue Bomber zone, all the way back in the Blue Bomber end. Larry Sincata chasing for it, followed behind by Costello. Pontello in the corner trying to look for the clearance. Maury keeps it in the zone, will fire the shot on Arsakovic. Beautifully stopped there as it gets back to Sharina. Sharina with a nice move off of Spizik, gets out to Pontello. Bides his time and Pontello takes off into the Green Hornet zone. This might be an opportunity for the Blue Bombers. Shot fired off of Chewy and falls down on the save. And right now, as we look at this offensive squad here, and again with the season opener, we're seeing a whole lot more of Angelo Pontello with those Woody Borges type of plays where he's looking to take some opportunities himself. And of course with LaFrieri and others in the mix, trying to come up with the setups for Pontello. Now, of course, again, with this being opening week, you do get used to the players, and right there is something that the Blue Bombers are hoping to get used to, offensive scoring strides, and there is your 1-0 lead for the Blue Bombers. That one just off the post and rolls inside the net. And as we talk about players trying to get used to one another and those shot opportunities, there's a perfect play for you there, courtesy of Angelo Pontello and Tom LaFrieri. LaFrieri looking for more as he skates inside center ice. Shot fired, and this one rolls in again for the Blue Bombers. And just like that, LaFrieri just might have found his mojo back in business in this Over 50 Hockey League as the Blue Bombers extend their lead to 2-0. So Green Hornets have a lot of work to do to catch up here, giving up just 2 goals within a span of nearly 15 seconds as the shot attempt there by Oliverio goes for naught. This one past Maury and heading all the way back into the Blue Bombers' end. Shot attempt by Heldwin, blocked by Sincata as this one heads back to the corner. Sharina looking for his man in Heldwin. Maury, shot attempt, kicked away by Pettit. As Pettit gets this one off to the board side, Lugo trying to chase for it instead. It's off to Oliverio once more. Tipped away by Buchholz, back to Sharina. Off the stick of Heldwin, Buchholz regroups for the Blue Bombers. Looking up the ice for Spizik, just out of his reach. Chewy will handle this with ease, gets back to Sharina. Pass off the boards in the corner, looking for Maury. Spizik looking for a handle on it. Buchholz shot fired, kicked off by Chewy. Pontello picks up the rebound, off out of the reach, and that's an offsides call that was missed by TJ Pish. Pontello trying to gain it this time, went over the blue line, but nevertheless for the Blue Bombers, a missed offensive opportunity, 9:22, as Sincata rings around Oliverio. An intended holding call there, no go there. And this one rolls all the way back in the Green Hornet end for the icing call. So right there, if you're the Blue Bombers, you got to be feeling very lucky at that point. First, you have the setup by Angelo Pontello, who dragged it just behind the blue line before making an offensive chance. A clear offsides call missed, and then that time Sincata holding Oliverio heading down towards the Blue Bombers zone with 9:09 to go in the second. The Blue Bombers now looking to hold up defensively here. Sharina winds up for the shot. Knocked away by Pompos. Butler for the boards. And that time, Pettit unable to get to the puck. Sharina's shot fired and blocked high by LaFreri. This one off the boards, looking back over to Pettit. This one picked up by LaFreri. Aubie trying to skate back for this one. Instead picked up by Angelo Pontello near side. Look out, Pontello past Sharina. Sits back to Chewy, shot fired and saved by Mr. McClung, as the finishing touches by LaFreri were not there for the Blue Bombers. But again, you start to see this offense gelling for a team that is rather known for their defensive specialists. And now we're starting to see the Blue Bombers once again in a position to potentially extend the lead. Angelo Pontello already with a goal registered in this game, looking to add on some more offensive firepower. But we look at this Blue Bomber squad and give a lot of credit to the rest of the team as well. LaFreri and Buchholz, that chemistry from last season, rolling right into this Blue Bomber squad this season, trying to get some mojo rolling, continuing this 2-0 lead with 8 minutes to go in the second. This is Mike Maury. Defended well by the Bombers. This is back over to Larson. No one to finish the pass. Pettit steps up. Pass back to LaFreri. LaFreri, some open chance, fires the shot, keeps it low, and rolls back to Wersinski.
Come on, Green, let's go! Oh!
Costello taken away by Pettit. Pettit keeps it in just in time. Will look to clear this one, and he dumps it in the Green Hornet end. Maury looking for options as the Green Hornets regroup. Off of Larson, here comes Buchholz, shot fired just off to the right side. Blue Bombers with another offensive setup. Back to Costello. Aubie and company trying to move this one out for the Green Hornets. Maury. Knocked out by Sincata, defended well by Pontello. Buchholz on the move for the Blue Bombers. Spizik skating this one for the Green Hornet end, and it'll be taken away by Wersinski. Heldwin in center ice. Green Hornets looking to act fast offensively. Heldwin on the 3-on-2. Scott Heldwin bides time just off the stick of Oliverio, and Larson gets it away from Maury. Here comes Buchholz near side with the puck. Comes back to Wersinski. Wersinski trying to get this one cleared away, stopped by Buchholz. And this one heading back to Arsikovich. Gets it cleared around the other way, back to Pontello. Passes it back to Pettit. 6:19 in the second, still a 2-0 lead for the Blue Bombers, trying to get things off to a quick, fast start here on this fall 2019 season. Pettit shot bounces perfectly inside Chewy for the save. And too bad there's no extra brownie points in this league for special trick shots just happen to be in the right place at the right time. And so for this Blue Bombers squad, again, trying to seek an opportunity to get back into the over 50 Cup playoffs as they missed it last year. As the shot taken is stopped by Chewy once again for the save. So face-off will convene deep inside the Green Hornet zone. You look at a Blue Bombers squad that finished 3-8-1 last season. Another one of those reasons why is they didn't have as much scoring power, but they do now with Angelo Pontello. And that jersey number you see he's wearing is how many goals he has in this game thus far.
There you go.
And so Angelo Pontello on a mission to start off the fall 2019 season as the Blue Bombers extend their lead to 3-0, 5:57 in the second period. Sharina and company have to find some kind of offensive power to get things back rolling, and they got the first lineup to do so. Sharina back at defense. Here comes Pompos. Pompos falls. Lafriri tried to come up with the finishing touches again and missed it just by that much. Lafriri looking for options, thought about Pontello, gets it off the boards, working against Oliverio. Pompos looking back for Spizik. Lafriri. This is Oliverio. Defended well by his former teammate in a goal night as Pontello strips it back. Lugo looking for the pass out to Heldwin, couldn't connect with him. And now it's Pettit for the Blue Bombers, finds Lafriri. Lafriri's shot fired, just misses to the right. Lafriri picks up his own rebound in the corner, looking to make more stuff for the Blue Bombers happen as he skates this one inside near center. Lafriri biding his time for the shot and taken away by Mike Morey. Pettit stopped by Aubie. Aubie gets this pass off to Costello, defended well by Pettit. And it's the Bloomsburg alum who gets this one cleared away. What a defensive performance by Steph Pettit. As this one gets called for an icing. And so now both teams making a few substitutions on their lines. Both squads with 8 players showing for today. And in the earlier game at 12:15 between the Black Aces and the Red Army we recorded 10 players that arrived for their opener. Black Aces had 8, but nevertheless, the Black Aces with the second half of that Red Army squad from last season, and the Black Aces picked up right where that Red Army champions team left off with that high offensive power courtesy of Woody Borg and company as they prevailed over the Red Army 9-6. And the Red Army being captained by Todd Duncan, again, was able to put up a number of goals this time, but looking at that Black Aces squad, anytime there's going to be a game against them, expect it to be a high-scoring affair. On paper, the Black Aces looking like they have arguably the best offense in this over 50 hockey league this season. And again, for the Black Aces team that finished dead last at 1-11, or check that 1-10-1, looking for a bid this season to get into the over 50 Cup playoffs. 4:01 to go in the second period. Blue Bombers with a comfortable 3-0 lead as this one heads back to Sharina. Wersinski puts it in the Blue Bomber end as Pontello retrieves it. Gets around Butler. Pontello at center ice working with the Bombers. 3-on-2. Pontello working around Wersinski. Pontello passes back, looking for his man. Spizik trips, and here come the Green Hornets. Sharina with a nice move. 2-on-0 breakaway. Pontello trying to skate back for this one. Sharina stripped loose. No, Matt Sharina gets it in, and there will be no shutout for the Blue Bombers. And just like we mentioned earlier, Matt Sharina, who we do not see at the forward position a lot, still finds ways to put this one in the back of the net. And with 3:32, the Green Hornets are very much alive heading into these waning moments of the second period. And despite Pontello's hustle, Sharina had just enough juice to show what he could do on a breakaway chance. So Buck Holtz will take the face-off against Scott Heldwin. Pontello and Pettit will switch spots at the right defense position. Off the boards, this is taken up by Sincata. Double covered by Green Hornets. Heldwin with possession back in his own zone. But how about that opportunity? Just what you needed if you're the Green Hornets trying to add some kind of offensive spark back in business. Buckholz finds Spizik on the far side. Looking back to Buckholz, taken away by Morey. Mike Morey can't clear it, and it's back over in Buckholz's possession for the Blue Bombers. Almost taken away by Lugo, taken up by Sincata. Sincata shot fired, glove saved by Chewy. So with face-off coming up deep in the Green Hornet zone, it'll give us a chance to let you all know that this game has been brought to you by the Power Play Grill. The Power Play Grill, the official bar of the Ice Sports Forum, located inside the venue. It's where the players go to fellowship after the game for wings, beer, and more. And just a great place to be for any sort of activity that you may have. But the Power Play Grill, arguably the best wings in Tampa. Be sure to check them out if you're ever here at the Ice Sports Forum. Heldwin just gets outside of Lafreri, looking for another offensive spree. Heldwin bides his time, shot fired by Arsakovic. Wersinski looking for the wraparound shot, but it's Arsakovic who comes up with the stop. And so for this over 50 hockey vet, first time he's been back in net a couple of years ago. Came in as a filler for the Gray Wolves at that goalie position, led them into the over 50 Cup playoffs. And now for Arsakovic, looking to do the same for this Blue Bomber squad. As this one heads back to Wersinski, covered by Lafreri. Gets it near side to Oliverio. Pontello skates back for this. Morey bides his time. Dumps it just in the nick of time as Pontello fields it. He'll flip this one high, looking for a Blue Bomber. Finds Lafreri. Lafreri looking to feed up to Pompos, just out of his reach, and stopped by Chewy. So you can see with this Blue Bomber squad that, again, the offense seems to be going at random, but they're finding ways to put it in the net. But again, that's to be expected in any week one squad, as again, you got 6 teams, 6 different styles of play, and everybody's got to get used to one another. Of course, there's chemistry buildups like we mentioned earlier with Tom Buckholz and Tom Lafreri. But again, with this squad in particular, you got guys that have known how to play with one another in key situations, and especially in playoff times. Angelo Pontello and Larry Sincata, a duo that we haven't seen on the same squad in a long while. And now a treat to see them back playing together as Sharina loses control of the puck. This one flipped high. A wide open Tom Buckholz here on the right side. A breakaway chance on Chewy. Buckholz trying to finish just off the left side. Oh, and opportunities like that you wish they would have capitalized on, but Pontello looking to finish this one off to Spizik, just off that side, falls short. Buckholz will definitely wish he had that opportunity back. Chewy, who stopped the initial shot, kicked it back to Buckholz, and just out of his possession at the last second, kills another golden opportunity for the Blue Bombers. Pontello fires it back towards near side on Chewy, and he falls on this one for the save. 24.5 seconds in the second period. 3-1 the scoreline. Blue Bombers trying to hang on for a season opening victory, as both teams will make player substitutions. So Tom Lafreri will take the face-off against Heldwin. This pass back over to Pettit. Pettit, who puts it inside the Green Hornet end, will fire this shot. This one gets out to Heldwin. Oliverio trying to make something out of it. Sincata with one last second chance, looking for the pass back, but time expires in this second period. 3-1 the score. 12 more minutes of hockey left to be played, and the Blue Bombers trying to come up with a big win over the Green Hornets here in Over 50 Hockey's Game of the Week on the Pontello Broadcasting Network. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. So just before we start the third and final period, a couple of just updates from what we've seen on this game so far. Blue Bombers offense has been thriving here in the season opener at the iSports Forum. Angelo Pontello already with 2 goals to his name. Tom Lafreri with an assist. Gary Spizik picking up a point as well on the assist category. Steph Pettit with 2 assists already. Tom Buchholz and rookie Randy Larson also picking up an assist apiece, as Pontello trying to come up with more as it gets back out to Heldwin. Green Hornets trail 3-1, trying to close the gap here in this final period of regulation as Wersinski dumps it in the Blue Bomber end. Steph Pettit trying to clear this one out. Oliverio makes a move around Larson. Lafreri trying to get a piece of this one, and he's got possession. Green Hornets are back. Lafreri's shot stopped by Chewy, stops and falls on it for the save. So once again, we are deep in the Green Hornet zone. Tom Buchholz coming out for the faceoff. This one off the boards, it's back. Intended for Oliverio. Pettit tried to step in front, just out of his reach. Here comes Oliverio. Finds his man in Scott Heldwin, far side. Heldwin trying to get around Pontello. And this one is squeezed right through past Arsakovich. Mario Arsakovich wishes he had that one back as Heldwin sneaks that one just off the left post. And the Green Hornets continue to inch their way back in this one with 11:06 to go. We saw a lot of these goal-scoring styles by Heldwin when he was with the Red Army last season, and it seems like it is no different here in this fall 2019 season. Pontello trying to make up for the goal. Flips it out to Buchholz. Looking back for Pompos. Butler with the puck. Intercepted by Pontello. He will clear this one heartfully into the Green Hornet end. Wersinski. This is Morey looking for Butler. Pontello keeps it in play, dumps it back. This is Morey again trying to clear this one. Once again, kept in by Pontello, but third time's the charm for Mike Morey, the former Black Ace. As this one gets out, Costello looking for the tying goal, shot too high. Flips back to Abby, no shot there. Morey looking for a chance, bounces off of Butler. Pontello tipped high, but play will keep on. Lafreri looking for his man, finds it in Spizik. Spizik with a nice move around Sharina. Here comes Lafreri in the middle. Makes a swing move, flips back. Spizik puts it through. The teamwork for the Blue Bombers continue to rise here in this season opener as the Blue Bombers extend their lead with 9:50 remaining. But it's going to be plays like those that the Blue Bombers are going to look to contend in this season's Over 50 Hockey playoffs. And right there, another sizable goal to extend their lead. And so for Tony Lugo, trying to keep this one rolling. one back to Maury, but play will quickly be halted. But the teamwork for the Blue Bombers, as we mentioned, continuing to rise to even greater heights. Gary Spizik, who last season finished with 1 goal and 2 assists, already matches his season total in just 1 game. Sharina passing it back, finds Lugo, shot fired. And the Green Hornets will not give up without a fight. Scott Heldwin leading the charge again, and I believe he has 2. And so with that, Green Hornets once again cut the deficit to 1. And now is where the Blue Bomber defense will really start to get testy, as Pettit finds it back to Pontello, looking for Lafreri just out of his reach. Out to Lugo. Pontello poke checks it out. This is back to Maury, who regroups. Sharina, tipped by Spizik, taken away by Pontello. Angelo Pontello looking near side, looking to find it back in the net again. This is Pompos. Fires it back to Lafreri, just to the left. Lafreri's second hand effort looking for Spizik. And it gets back. Pontello's shot winds up and sucked in by Chewy for the stop. Pontello continuing to hack away at Phil McClung, looking for his hat trick. And this Green Hornet defense continues to tighten things up. Down by 1 with 8:22 remaining in regulation. Buckholz gets this one out to the corner. This is picked up by Aubie. Costello intercepted by Pontello. Angelo Pontello on the move near side, skates it back to the middle. 3 Green Hornets on top of him. Butler trying to clear this one away, could not, as Pontello fights for the puck, looking for Buckholz, comes back. Buckholz keeps it in the zone. Costello trying to clear it. Pontello dumps it in the end. Warsinski looking for an open man, looks for Costello. Sincata gets this one out and away. Sincata looking back for Pompos, taken away by Warsinski, regrouping for the Green Hornets. Pettit bouncing choppy puck into the Green Hornet end as it comes back over to Warsinski. Warsinski on the far side corner, lost control of the puck. Larson skating up for this one, looking for a hack at it. And the shot backhands into Chewy. Warsinski with the saving grace there. Elwin and company collide. Oliverio with the puck now. Trying to make a move off of Lafreri, could not, as Lafreri maintains possession for the puck. Pass off the boards, taken out by Warsinski. Will wind up for the shot. Arsakovic knocks it away as it's Sincata looking for options. Finds Larson far side. He's got some room. Mike Maury steps up. Chewy clears it out. Larson trying to get this one away. This one bounces high. Pettit trying to keep it in the Green Hornet zone. Does. 6:24. Blue Bombers now hanging on to a 4-3 lead over this Green Hornets squad, trying to pick up a season opening win. So Green Hornets will look to regroup as Oliverio will get around Larson. Oliverio moves this one up into the Blue Bomber zone. Bides his time. Shot fired off to the left side. Matt Sharina is back, looking to find a man instead. Helwin trying to haul off. And Chewy knocks this one away. Sharina trying to clear this one, gets it away from 2 players as it gets back to Pontello by his blue line. Pontello into center ice. We'll take this one in the Green Hornet zone. Shot fired into Sharina. Picks up his own rebound. Pontello still looking for options. Kicked around and just off the knee pad of Chewy as he falls down for the save. That time, Pontello's pass looked like it was intended for Brian Pompos, but instead got caught by the skate of a Green Hornet defender and almost ricocheted into their own net. But with 5:29 remaining, Blue Bombers looking to capitalize deep in the Green Hornet zone. It's Tom Buchholz and Brian Costello on the faceoff. Randy Larson checking back in at left wing. Pass back to Sharina. Redirects it to the corner, back to Pontello. He'll fire the shot on net just off the outside. Takes one bounce off the rim line of the blue boards and out of the rink. Blue Bombers trying to get some more offensive mojo rolling. Tom Buchholz puts it back in the Green Hornet zone. 4:53 remaining in the game. Blue Bombers with a 4-3 lead as Pompos tries to maintain possession of the puck heading into the Green Hornet zone. Pompos shot just off to the right. Buchholz keeps it in the Green Hornet zone. Pass off the boards, looks for Randy Larson in the corner. Larson pass back, looking for Pompos. Here comes Pontello. Just outside and off out of the crossbar. Flips it too high. Looked like Pontello might have overthought that one. Pontello retrieves the puck in the corner, looking for the set back up. Pontello looking for Larson. Bounces back to Pontello. May look to take this one himself. Keeps it alive, looking for Buchholz. Stripped away by Sharina, trying to clear this one away off of Pontello. Gets around Aubie. Pontello trying to locate the puck. He does. Pontello looking for Buchholz. Once again stopped by Sharina, looking for the clearance and does. Defensive effort there for Matt Sharina. Gets it away. It gives the Green Hornets some time to change up their line with 3:43 and rolling on the clock. Wersinski looking to take this one up himself. Wersinski still alive with the puck. Will fire the shot just around the net. Sharina redirects the puck, looking for Heldwin, just out of his reach. Heldwin trying to keep the puck away from Pettit. Finds it back over to Lugo. Sharina shot fired through the 5-hole. And Matt Sharina ties it up. Scott Heldwin with 2 goals and Matt Sharina with 2 goals. And just like that, the Green Hornets find a way to tie it up with 3:09 after this Blue Bomber team started off with a 3-0 lead. But that just goes to show you exactly the remnants of a Red Army champion team from last season. It was just a matter of biding time and being patient, and sure enough, that patience pays off throughout the game. So Pompos and the Blue Bombers with 3 minutes to try to retake the lead and perhaps go with a game-winning goal, or for the Green Hornets, an opportunity to do the same. Tony Lugo with the puck, redirects it back to the center, looking for Oliverio, and gets cleared out into the green, or checked out in the Blue Bomber end as it comes back up over to LaFleury. This is to LaFleury. Bides his time, stripped away. Taken up by Oliverio. Knocked off the puck by Larson, not without taking a tumble, as Pettit redirects it back to Pontello in their own corner. Pontello looking for Pettit. Instead, it fires over to Lafreri. This is back to Pontello. Shot fired. This one looking the other way. Another shot chance knocked away by Chewy. Blue Bombers trying to attack quickly on that offensive side with 1:46 remaining. Pontello taken down by Heldwin as this one gets out to Oliverio. Stopped sharply by Pompos. Lafreri biding some time, will take the shot himself. Bounces off of Chewy. Heldwin. Tipped out by Pompos with 1:15 in regulation. So as we get a chance to again to recap what has happened. Again, Blue Bombers started this game off with a 3-0 lead, courtesy of 2 Angelo Pontello goals and a goal from Tom Lafreri. But then Matt Sharina came to cut the deficit to 3-1 before Spizik added on some touch to make it 4-1, and then from there, the Green Hornets slowly chipped their way back with 2 goals from Heldwin and another goal from Matt Sharina. But it has been quite the game so far, and with 1:15 remaining, who knows if it ends the shootout or not. Timeout called on the rink. We'll take one ourselves up here in the booth. This is Over 50 Hockey's Game of the Week on the Pontello Broadcasting Network. So after the timeout now, Blue Bombers making a tactical change. It's Angelo Pontello moving up to center against Scott Heldwin. Bucky switching over to left wing. And this is another one of those reasons, again, like we mentioned, when we see Pontello interchanging, now he steps up at the center position. And for the Blue Bombers, they're hoping it'll pay off offensively. Buchholz cleared out by Sharina as this one heads back into the Blue Bomber end. Arsakovich lets this one go for the icing call. And coming up after this game, the Gray Wolves take on the Gold Knights in their season opener. And that'll be an exciting game as Captain Steve Byrne has some exciting offensive weapons in Omer Chiquan and Jerry Coughlin. Gray Wolves trying to make a charge as some of their highlight players include Paul Delano and Lou DeMeza. Lafreri getting it away from John Oliverio and does it in fashion as Sincata finds Pettit. Back to Pontello near side, working against Sharina. Pontello looking to skate this one, looking for the finish. No one there as Heldwin gets this one past Sincata. Unable to get the icing call. This is back to Sincata in his own end. Looking back for Buchholz. 15 seconds remaining in regulation. The pass out of Lafreri's range. And so Sharina and company looking to perhaps clear this one out. And the Blue Bombers are content to let this one go into a shootout, and so are the Green Hornets. We are headed to a shootout. And so for this Green Hornets squad, who now have 10 players, find every inch they could to come back from a 3-goal deficit and tie things up. And regardless of whatever happens in this game, both teams are at least guaranteed a point. But we'll see who the winner is on the other side of this break. So welcome back here, folks. Regulation wasn't enough. We are headed to the shootout. And so Bernie Wersinski will be the first man out for the Green Hornets, looking to make some noise. It's been a long while since we've seen Mario Arsakovich in this situation, but we had a chance to talk to him, and he said on pickup on Friday was where he got these opportunities. And so now an opportunity for him to pay off. Wersinski just couldn't handle the puck. And it appeared as if he had Arsakovic beat with the moves, just the puck handling was not in his control. And so this will bring in Tom Lafreri. Denied by Chewy. So the Green Hornets now elect to bring out Roger Aubie. And the second-year man will now show what he has to prove. Denied by Mr. Mario Arsakovic. So now this will bring up Brian Pompos. Stop by Chewy. And now this third shot big, as it's Scott Heldwin looking to add some spark for the Green Hornets. Already with 2 goals today, can he make this one for the shootout? Heldwin stopped by Arsakovic. And so now big decision here for the Blue Bombers. Who do they go with? Very key decision here. This next goal will make all the difference. And it looks like they're gonna go with Gary Spizik on this one. Stop by Chewy. So a chance for the Blue Bombers to finish off the Green Hornets, elected to go with Spizik, and the Green Hornets very much alive, looking to make this a comeback win. This is John Oliverio. Stopped by Arsakovic. And now they'll bring out Angelo Pontello looking to finish things off. And again, Pontello with 2 goals and 1 assist could top his game off here. Good night from Brandon, Florida. Angelo Pontello does cap it off for the Blue Bombers, and they come away with the shootout win over the Green Hornets. So a hard-fought game. Blue Bombers let it slip away late in the game, but nevertheless, they make up for their troubles with this shootout win as a defensive stop. Both keepers playing hard, but Mario Arsakovic comes back to over 50 hockey and picks up his first win in a long while. And for the Blue Bombers, they're looking to have more of those chances. Meanwhile, for this Green Hornets squad, down 3-0, and it was the pair of goals from Matt Sharina and Scott Heldwin that got them back to this point. But in the end, Angelo Pontello had the difference maker. And again, a great, hard-fought battle on this game of the week. But nevertheless, the Green Hornets do come away with 1 point in the standings. A good start to an otherwise exciting finish. So for the Blue Bombers, they will take on the Red Army next week. And as for this Green Hornets squad, they will have a formidable opponent in the Golden Knights upcoming. And of course, a big shout out for this Green Hornets squad, again, who tried coming through and just fell short in the shootout. But again, an exciting over 50 hockey game capped off with the shootout. A defensive battle between Mario Arsakovic and Phil McClung. But at the end of the day, Angelo Pontello finds a way to come out hard in this fall 2019 season and start off strong for the Blue Bombers. We thank everybody for tuning into this broadcast today. And again, be sure to follow us on ISF Over 50 Hockey on our Facebook page, as well as check out our games on YouTube via the Bontello Broadcasting Network. Be sure to like and or subscribe to our channel. Your membership and support is the reason that we keep going strong here. And of course, as always, for more information on any over 50 hockey games in terms of time, standings, and more, be sure to check out the iSports Forum's website at www.isportsforum.com for all your stats and standings on the over 50 hockey league. And so for here at the iSports Forum, I'm Angelo Pontello saying so long, good night, and we hope everybody has a blessed evening. Take care, everyone. We'll see you back here next time.